Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Jazz TV back again. I've got a Villa fan, and he's got that smile on his face because they are now in the Champions League. Big up to you, Joe. What's going on, man?
Yeah, good job. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm been fine, except for some trolls again, just having a go, sort of thing, like, thinking they're clever, putting my face on social media, accusing me of burglary, sort of thing, false claims and that. And I tell you what, if it happens again, I might just name and shame around here. I've got no problems with that at all whatsoever. I might even share the stream as well and make sure I'm going to name and shame him. It's simple as that, because that guy, seriously, man, is an absolute disgrace. Absolute cockroacha. Still, yeah. So what's going on? What's going down? What's going down, man? What's going on over the weekend, man?
All good, mate. Thankfully, I think I'm glad the season's over. Yeah, it's been a crazy, absolute mad season. It started with losing to you guys 5-1. And to be honest, if someone said to me, you're going to lose 5-1 first game of the season, but you're going to finish in the top 4, I'd have absolutely laughed all the way to Venus. I thought, nah. But here we are. We just about got through it, but all that matters is that we did it. And we've upset a few fan bases, unfortunately. Well, I wouldn't say unfortunately, fortunately, because that's what we love to do. We've upset the Spurs fans. Mind you, that's not very hard at the moment. And just the Arsenal fans have just fell apart and blamed everyone else for not winning the league apart from themselves, which is their fault. You can't really blame anyone. You can't blame referees. You can't blame VAR. When you had the time to step up, they didn't step up and they lost it. Simple as that. So,
Exactly, man. You know what it is, right? It's just I didn't expect you to get Champions League, to be fair. I'm not going to lie. And what Unai Emery has done, he's done fantastic. What he's done, right? He's got the players that he wanted in the right areas as well. You got players like Paulo Torres, didn't start well, but he came in. Diego Carlos coming as well into the team, and he looks like an absolute rock. Douglas Luiz, absolutely fantastic in the mid. Absolutely brilliant in the midfield, man. Do you know what I mean? He's worked hard for the team. Excuse me. John McGinn doing John McGinn things. And then I look at the back 4, right? Carlos, outstanding. Konsa, outstanding. Matty Cash, outstanding. Martinez, outstanding, right? That's your base of your back 5 there. Do you know what I mean? Don't consider a lot of goals, I'm not going to lie. And you know what? I mean, they got leaders at the back. They got leaders.
Yeah. I mean, I can't, when we go through player by player this season, I can't point one out and go, not been good enough. I think Tielemans, he took a few months to settle in, but I mean, looking at he's a free agent from Leicester, and he was outstanding. He was outstanding against Liverpool last home game of the season, and he just looks, it looks just for next season now. I just can't wait. I'm glad the season's over now because we can probably not have to worry about anything. You got no worries for 3 months. You just crack on, go what you do. Hopefully get some players in. Hopefully players go out, but not one player I think can look. I'll look at it and go, "Nah, the reality is some players won't be there next season. Yeah. They will be sold, whether it's sold or out of contract or whatnot, or sent back to their parent club. It's the thing is, it's as much as we don't like it, and it's kind of like a bit I wouldn't say sentimental, but you kind of get when you kind of have players who just play so well for you, that thought of them leaving is kind of like you don't want it to happen, but sometimes to progress you've got to, certain players will move on, and I think that's where we've got to kind of get past that whole emotional connection to these players, to certain players, and just say, you've done well for us, sorry. No. If we want to move, if we want to be, if we want to be up there with the Man Cities, the Liverpools, we need to, and the Arsenals and that, we need to be doing exactly that. We need to be saying to the players who aren't good enough to bring us forward, sorry. Yeah. You don't need to
apologise, man. You don't need to apologise. It's absolutely fine. Yeah. And guys, if you like the video, like what you watch, make sure you smash the likes as well. Hit the subscribe button as well. And if you like the super chat is on the top of the link as well. The link is in there. And also, if you like to become a member, it's just 99p, people. So, and do follow Joe as well and Joe AF's AVFC 92. So, yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, right, I mean, you're absolutely right there, you know, I mean, about the spending as well. I mean, you can't go out there and spend 150 mil because of the PSR, and that's the absolute killer. That, by the way, I can't even lie. The only reason I bought it is because clubs like us, you lot, right, West Ham cannot compete. The big six do not want to compete against the big six already. Yeah. The problem is that needs to be scrapped. Otherwise, you're going to find clubs not going to spend any money. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah,
I'm going to come on about Isak later on and Bruno as well. Are they going to be on their way? They will be on their way. But the fact of the matter is, right, I think the Premier League's effed up about this FFP, and you want to spend, you want to compete, but you can't do it.
Yeah. No, it's a bit of a. We've seen obviously what happened with they did it with Everton, they did it with Forest, but I think the Premier League are probably happy that none of those two went down, because I think they could have been. I think the season could have dragged on. I think if Everton had gone down, I think the season would have dragged out for another few weeks, because I think they'd have gone, hang on a sec, no, this ain't right. We need to be. You can't be taking points off us so far into the season. But PSR is just. It's like you said. It protects all them lot up there. Protects Man City, protects Arsenal, it protects Liverpool, it protects United, it protects Chelsea. It doesn't protect Tottenham as much because they kind of aren't as bad. I mean, they got 800 million for Harry Kane, so they're kind of not as bad. But all the other clubs, I know for I don't know for a fact, but I've been told by someone who works at Villa that we are going to have to sell an asset this summer potentially, and unfortunately, I think Douglas Luiz is the one potentially. So it is, in my view, it's one of them. I'll be gutted if he leaves because he's been absolutely fantastic for us, but he is. I mean, I don't know if you've seen our last probably month or two games, but he has been absolutely off it. I don't know whether someone's approached him or but he's been absolutely. He just doesn't look himself anymore, and I just think it might be. Is it worth cashing in? Potentially, yeah, depending on who wants him, how much they want to pay. But every player has a price, unfortunately.
Agree.
I know there's players that Villa have already said we will not consider any bids, i.e. Watkins, Torres, Martinez, Konza, Kamara, Bailey. I said there's players there we won't be touched, but I think everyone else is. If we get an offer, we will consider it. So that's the fact. That's just unfortunately the way the world goes. I think they need to scrap it. I think if owners want to spend 200 million on the transfer window of their money, that's up to them. It's not up to you. It's up to them. It's their money. They can just turn around and go, "It's 50 million. Go buy me a centre forward." Like that's their money. It's up to them if they want to do it. If they don't want to do it, then again up to them. But they want to splash the cash. Just let them. Because what's happened with it's like with Abramovich when he was at Chelsea. How much money did he spend? How much did they spend and not make? It's not that. It's the loss. It's like Man City. They spend all that money. Who have they? I said I can't name you 5 players they've sold for good money. I know they sold Cole Palmer. But I look at the other ones. I just can't. I'm just thinking. I just keep thinking. Ferran Torres went for 20 million. I think they bought him for 30 million. Gundogan went for nothing. He went for nothing. So he obviously off their books. But I just kind of think Arsenal. When was the last time they had a big major sale? With all the money they've spent on like Declan Rice and Jesus, Zinchenko, even Jorginho, Thomas Partey, Gabriel, Ramsdale, Raya, who they actually sold like big money wise? No one.
No one really.
So
no, really.
Yeah. So is exactly. So is someone going to is the Premier League going to turn around to them and go, right, you need to sell someone now. You need to sell Saka or Martinelli to get profit full 100%. But they're not gonna. They're just gonna. They didn't want. I'm quite honest, John, where I don't think that the Premier League wanted us to get top 4. Same with you last season. They did not want that.
Best league in the world. Go on, Cam.
Best league, yeah, exactly. They didn't want us to get it. They generally didn't want us to get top 4 this season. And I can tell they didn't because some of the refereeing performances this season for us, a lot, have been absolutely poor. And it's same with in the Europa Conference League. We had the same issue.
Exactly.
we had the referees. We had the referees absolutely horrendous against us, and in every game, I went to every home game. Every referee was absolutely horrendous. It was against us every time, and I just kind of think to myself, they don't want us to win this.
No, I totally agree.
I just thought to myself, when we lost 4-2 to Olympiacos, and I saw the referee who was at the second leg who got done 20 years ago for match fixing, I thought, yeah, we ain't getting anything here. He's gonna. I mean, to be fair, I can't really say much about Olympiacos because they were absolutely class. They were one of the best teams I've seen at Villa Park this season, and they just broke us. They just knew how to do us. They just hurt us every time they went forward. They just knew what to do to us, and we just couldn't.
Yeah, I agree.
We just had no. We went from 2 goals down to 2-2, but then we had the penalty, which was obviously a penalty. Douglas Luiz punching the ball, and then obviously they had their goal at the end with the deflection. But overall, I kind of go, we got to a semi-final, we did well. We weren't good enough. It's just move on. So
yeah, facts, absolute facts. Let's go on to the comments as well. Great to see Newcastle and Villa upsetting the so-called top 6. Yes, absolutely. Last season it was us. This season is Villa. It protects clubs that are overspending and going bust. It's as simple as that. From John. Big up to you, John. Also a selling club for years, but used the money sensibly to a point where we just about paid for the Emirates. Yep, that is very true. That's very true there, man. I was peed off some of the time when we got relegated back in 2009, but forgive them when they beat Brighton and we won the league with Rafa Benitez. That's from Mick. Big up to you, Mick, as well. And I could comment to John's comments in a minute as well. 205 people watching. Yeah, that's on X and YouTube as well. X watchers, if you're watching the show on X, could you please leave a comment in the YouTube chat? Yeah, if you're watching from X, please leave a comment on the YouTube chat, and it'll be so much easier to leave your comments as well. So thank you very much indeed for that. I appreciate you guys. You share the love as well. We had the same problem last season. Yes, we did. They didn't want us to get top 4. That's because Liverpool messed up against you lot. It's the same all over the decisions. You're not single out, and how naive. Answer this. Does whose transfer fees mean guaranteed success? John, I totally agree. It doesn't. But at least we want to compete. We're not asking to spend 300 mil in the summer, 400 mil in the summer. All we want to do is compete. Just to compete and have the best possible chance of winning things. You know what I mean? So I hope that answers the question, my guy. Wonder what group will Villa be in? Well, that'd be in
the worst group possible.
It could be Real Madrid, Napoli, Villa, and probably someone like Slavia Prague or something like that. That'd be a tough group. That'd be a tough group there. But no, it is right. I mean, good luck on the draw, by the way. I'll be watching it as well. I hope we get a good draw. But we had PSG, Borussia Dortmund, Milan. That's the toughest group we've got. Those 3 teams we played are elite worldwide club, elite institution, yeah. And people saying we're gonna, because we're PSG, we're gonna beat Dortmund, we're gonna beat Milan at home. Really? They are an elite clubs in world football, yeah. And some of our fan base totally miss that. No games in the Champions League is easy. They need to remember that. That's what it is. Joe, it's the cartel from the Premier League. You don't like Villa. It's the same for the tune. Alan's got a point, man.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Alan's got a point.
It's it is. It's they look at like the Man City, Liverpool's, even Man United, even though they're pathetic at the moment. That Arsenal, and they look at them and go, we need them in Europe because they're worldwide. Fans from all over the world go to see them. Fans all over the world buy their kits and the shirts and make all this money. But with us, not as like you to be. I never went away and went to another country and I saw somewhere in a Villa top. It was never a Villa top. It was a Man United top, a Liverpool top, an Arsenal top. If I went to Italy, I never seen anyone wearing a Villa top. Or it was mainly Italian teams. If you wore an English top in Italy, you'd probably get attacked. But you'd wear Spain, no Villa, because there wasn't massive Spanish players at Villa. There was good, decent ones, but like you look at Man City, they had David Silva. So where David Silva was born, the village or the town where he was born, there's probably people with Man City shirts because of David Silva, but it's one of them. That cartel doesn't like Villa, doesn't like Newcastle, doesn't like anyone breaking that top four. We'll probably get Man City at the Etihad first game of the season because they'll go, right, you cheeky sods for getting top four, we're going to give you that game instead. And they'll probably give us probably the worst run of game. They'll probably give us a really bad run of games but at the end of the day, I ain't bothered. At the end of the day, I'm not fussed about it. We just
yeah.
So it is just one of them. They don't like, at the end of the day, it's some of their teams have just, like Chelsea fell off the rails, even though they had a good end to the season. Man United are just, I can't remember the words to describe them at the moment because they're just hilarious to watch at the moment. But
I agree.
Yeah.
And then look at talk about Unai Emery as well. He's been fantastic for you too. I mean, when he went to Villa, I was shocked. I thought, Villa and there's probably be too big, or Emery's probably be too big for Aston Villa. So he goes there, he kept 2 up, yeah. Then the following season, the rest is history, right? Bought some players coming in, and he plays 4-4-2 or sometimes 4-2-3-1. And when we played you first game, I'll be honest with you, I thought he was going to get a lucky draw, but you were really good. But it's just poor finishes, yeah. But Newcastle had you on the day because remember that time I'd done an interview with you, 5-1, right? He wasn't very happy at all whatsoever. That video. I can remind you, man.
Do you know what? I remember. Do you know what? It was.
You have to come on, though, my guy.
with the high line that we play and the offside trap, I said there's only 3 teams this season that I've seen there's only 3 teams I can think that have actually exposed that high line, and that is Newcastle, Lille, and Olympiacos. All 3 exposed our high line, and Lille, to be fair, in the quarterfinal should have beat us, but obviously we went past on penalties. But even in the first leg at Villa Park, they kept their wingers were that smart. They were just waiting for that ball, and they broken I think one in the first half. I think minus say 3 times with 3 1-on-1s because they broke our line, and that's what kind of still makes me a little bit nervous because if you get, I'm not saying we'll get them in there, but if we got Real Madrid for argument's sake in that Champions League, I'll tell you what, one ball over the top to Vinicius or Rodrigo, and we're in trouble. And this is what, and the thing is, they've got the players to do it. They got Bellingham, they got Modric, Valverde. They've got the players to expose things like that because they're probably used to exposing teams like that. Some teams in that league probably play a similar one because of, some of them go, we don't want to concede. We'd rather go 1-0 up and win 1-0 and defend. But with us, we kind of, our kind of way of going is we'll score more than you. That's how we kind of go. We're not bothered about clean sheets. We conceded more. We conceded 15 more goals this season than last season, and we finished 4th. So it's kind of like we're trying to just outscore teams basically. But sometimes we've been outscored, so it's just one of them.
Yeah, it certainly is. I've got my favourite mod in the room as well. My favourite person in the room, and it's Mama Flossie. Hi to Mama. Hope you're well. And sorry it's a bit late. I text you late. I really am. But I'm also in advance doing a show tomorrow at 8 o'clock with Leicester Till I Die for Chris. So, yes. So, hope Mama Frost is well. And she's favourite mod and she's favourite person in the room as well. And also, she's from Instagram. So, I'll give her a follow. Also, do follow as well to Arsenal and Jez Collins, Arsenal History and More. Also for Yeti as well, also for Minster as well. Both fantastic guys. Yeti's got his own channel, amazing channel. I mean, I'm not sure Yeti's channel off heart, but if Mama Frost can leave that'd be brilliant. I'll give it a shout out to now. And both guys, love the guys, Yeti and Jez. They speak facts. How to summarize what's going on there, some Colton. They got a fantastic manager in Oliver Glasner. That guy's coming and he's turned their season around. He's playing the back 3 and he absolutely playing fantastic football, right? If he keeps that side next season, right, keep Elise and keep Esse, he became Matata, let's be real, I think Palace going to have a fantastic season. And they also got Joachim Anderson as well. And that guy at the back, is absolutely fantastic. He's a leader. I think Patterson can cross.
They're that when Hodgson went and that Glasner came in, I was like, who the bloody hell is that? I've never heard of him. And I thought, right, let's see what he's about. And I watched him a few times, and then I thought, I've got to take these serious. And I took them serious because I thought these are good. I mean, like you said, John, with Elise, Mateta and Eze, two of them won't be there this next season. I thoroughly believe if, not saying we will, not saying we're going to, not saying he'll join us, but if we said to Eze or Elise, come to us, Champions League football, they won't say no. And I said that's what I think. Whether we go for him, I don't know. Do we need to go for him? Possibly not, because we got Diaby, we got Bailey, we got Watkins. Maybe another striker. But if we were to say to Elise or Eze, come to us, they go yeah, and that's a pull. But I think if they're going to go to a club where you're going to play, you're going to do well. Don't go to a Man United, because there's no point going to Man United, because you're going to a team that finished 8th last season. They've got a very, very unhappy squad, I think. I don't think Ten Hag will be there. I think after the FA Cup, I would not be surprised the following day he'll be gone, whether they win it or not, because I generally think that now Pochettino, and I think a lot of clubs will circle Pochettino now, even clubs with managers now. I think they'll look at that and go, "This is a good opportunity. Yeah, we could really have a." Yeah. So I think that's where a lot of clubs now, especially not particularly Chelsea, not particularly Villa, but even possibly Newcastle owners might see Pochettino and go, "Ooh, this is interesting." I mean, I don't think they should sack Howe or get rid of Howe. I like Howe. I do like him. But I think they look at that and go, Pochettino free. They'll go, "Ooh, that's a interesting one," because he won't want to take a break from football. He's only had a year back. He'll want to go straight back in, and I think Man United will now look at that as well. Go, "Ooh, this is a bit," I mean, I generally think Tottenham could with that manager, because that manager does my head in. That Ange Postecoglou, whatever his name, he does my head in. Oh, I can't stand him. I can't stand him. The bloke it's just every time he goes, mate, and I'm like, no, shut down. But it's just I know obviously he wouldn't I know Pochettino probably wouldn't go back to Tottenham anyway, but but he's one of them now. He's going to be out there now. He's going to have interviews. He's going to be like, yeah, come get me. Yep. It's going to be. It's like, I mean, the Bayern Munich job. Even though apparently Vincent Kompany is the front runner, and that's just balmy. That is absolutely mad. I don't know where that's caught. I don't know. In God's world, he must have the best agent in the world for him to potentially get relegated with Burnley, go to Bayern Munich, possibly go and win a league title, compete in the Champions League. Harry Kane, Eric Dyer, Leroy Sané, Musiala, Goretzka, De Ligt, Upamecano, Neuer, and I'm thinking, what is this mad? This world's going. I'm going to apply for the Man United job if Ten Hag gets sacked, because I might have a chance now as well.
You can apply for the Juventus job as well, but don't bother about that, because Marta's going anywhere. Marta from Bologna's going anywhere. But there you go. And so good luck to Thiago Motta when he goes to Juventus. And yes, goes to World Comes as well. Thank you for that, Colton. Haven't Villa spent 112 million quid? I think they have. 112 million. I think they have, As for the refs, we were robbed. The last group last stage against PSG, we should have gone through. It's disgraceful. Alan, you absolutely agree. And Alan's got the same view. Villa will join in the group of death like us, but I hope you don't get cheated like us with most of the most dubious penalties ever seen in Champions League against PSG. I still peed off, John. You know what it is, Alan? I peed off as well with that decision. It is absolute disgrace. Absolutely disgracia. And every time I from Mama Floss. Go on, City. Make my day. Yes, Alan. Definitely. And how's his levels about Poch? Wow. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm Eddie all day. He's got to be ruthless. Come to Eddie Howe, right? I mean, yes, he's going to get another season with us, 150%. I love Eddie Howe. I think he's a cracking manager. But do you think Eddie Howe, right, needs to get us top 4 next season?
Comment to obviously Mick. I think if if a lot of clubs in Europe, European clubs in Europe, had a choice between Eddie Howe and Pochettino, I think they'd go for Pochettino. I understand where Mick comes from with Howe, because he has done an unbelievable job. I say he does deserve another season, absolutely. For Newcastle, there's been obviously there's been injuries. There's it's a similar season with us. We've had injuries, and you've had it's just been one of those seasons. I've been like the thing you said about the Champions League when you cheated out the penalty. It was no. I think about that sometimes and think that's just because you get a point, you get that win against them, and you go through.
Yeah.
I said that's ridiculous money. Like you still get, I think if you get through the group stages, I think you get an extra 38 million or something like that. But he deserves another chance.
I do as well.
I think he deserves. He definitely deserves another season at least. Whether the owners think that, because I think you got I think you're gonna have the whole thing now about the merry-go-round. Now you're about this Ipswich manager now who's been linked with Chelsea and Brighton.
United as well. He's linked to everyone.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Kim McKenna's not been linked to Bayern Munich. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, though, they've never heard of this guy in Munich. I don't think anyone's heard of Bundesliga's never heard of Kim McKenna. But I tell you what, if I was McKenna, I'd stay at Ipswich. Because I tell you what, he needs to do something with Ipswich, keep him up, and then he's got to do the same thing again. And then after that, things would be well for him. But at the minute, if I was Kieran, stay at Ipswich, my guy, because they give you a lucky break. They showed you loyal, you go for loyal as well. How is levels by Poch? I agree. Dan Ashworth, what do you think? They tap up. You know what, Kishan? That guy is dusted. Absolutely dusted. I don't know if you heard of it, right? This guy, right? Now, first of all, he says he's going to take the club to court, right? Secondly, right, Jim Ratcliffe's a bit peed off because Newcastle's being unfair to this guy with him. Because, but don't forget, he's on gardening leave. He's not being sacked. He's on gardening leave. You give us the 20 mil, right? You can have the guy, yeah? This has been going on for about 3-4 months straight, yeah? 4 months deep. And Man U still cannot sort it out. They've done 1.6 billion quid on transfers, right? And they cannot afford to pay 20 mil the price Dan Ashworth or Cashworth away. The guy's dusted, yeah? Do you know what? I'll be happy if Cashworth be out of football for another year and a half, yeah? And then again, we should be getting a director of football, yeah? Dougie Freeman, he might even make it. Do you know what I mean? We need to get a director of football real quick. Otherwise, what will happen is it's going to be months and months and months, yeah? You've got to identify him and go and get him.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, you do. That needs to get, obviously, like, nubbed in the bin. It's sticky. I've not seen, like, I've heard about something's been leaked and whatnot. I haven't kind of read opened it up or read or whatnot, but I've heard about it. But this is the issue with people kind of. Dan Ashworth is extremely good at what he does. I met him a few times when he was at West Brom, and the guy is good. And I mean, not like business wise, like he can. If you said to him, go to Brazil for a month and find me the next Ronaldinho, he'll find you one within a week. He knows people, he knows his stuff. But yeah, at the end of the day, if he wants to take you to court, he's just going to look himself, because I think Man United are one of them now. They're not going to wait till 2025. They might turn around to him and say, "Oh, do you know what? Now we don't want you. We're going to go for someone else." But then he comes back to Newcastle looking like a bit of a tit. Yeah. So I think he just needs to. I might be funny if he's getting paid gardening leave. Crack on. Go Drayton Manor. Go bloody go Benidorm. Have a nice little holiday. Like I wouldn't do that. If someone put me, my company put me on gardening leave full pay, I'll be going to Vegas. I'll be going to the casinos, everything. So
yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
I get that.
Yeah, man. I'll go what you said. Right? I'll tell you what, Craig Hall reported this, right? And basically, right, he's on garden leave, but it's been suggested that he would take Newcastle arbitration. Good luck with that, my guy, because you're under contract. Yeah, you are under contract. You have not got a leg to stand on, Dan. Yeah, and then also Craig Hall added as well. Ashworth sent a blind copy to his Newcastle email address before apparently realising the error and deleting the evidence. At this stage, United has not approached Newcastle and Ashworth has not informed its employers of the clandestine talks with a rival. So basically, he sent us emails being leaked out, right, about what's going on, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, right, I mean, he got caught, yeah? Let's be real, he's been caught red-handed, yeah? The guy is dusted. He's absolutely dusted, man. Dusted. We comment to him and I'll go for the comments, come back to Cashworth as well. So how's levels above what has Poch done? Well, he has to win trophies in this league anyway, I'm not going to lie. Been to dream clubs, Poch, and never made any sort of impact. The only trophies won is the league on title of PSG. Anyone can win with PSG, let's be real. And what's Poch done? Well, a couple of trophies in France PSG. And even Man United, you don't see 20 million Dan. Let's be real, you haven't paid 20 mil or he suffers. And his disclosures of info, that was leaked. Yeah, absolutely, Kishan, absolutely. He got caught red-handed. Seriously, man. If Livermore and Hall get a good run next season, we will certainly consolidate at least top 6. But, all honesty, top 4 is realistic as long as we escape a horrendous run of injuries. Alan, Chelsea's going to be in transition. Liverpool's going to be in transition. United's going to be in transition, right? That's three clubs, yeah? They have to start again, yeah? Newcastle, right? If a couple of additions would be all right. We definitely need players like Murphy gone, Amaron gone, 36 gone, yeah? And all the players at the club are not good enough, yeah? We need to upgrade on them, man. And that's what we need. And then Tonali can make a difference. What do you think? What do you think, mate? I mean, if you was Newcastle, would you keep players like Longstaff or Colm 36, Murphy, Miggy? Do you think those players need to be replaced in the summer if you are to have a top 4 shot?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I said, like, unfortunately, there's, if you want to get to that next level in football,
yeah,
your emotional connection with certain players has to go. We'll have to probably do it. When we had Jack Grealish, when we sold him, our connection had to go. We had to kind of go, like, yeah, sorry, yeah, you're not part of our club, and I still do that now because, I mean, I don't take any notice of his career. I don't care what he does. A lot of Villa fans are saying that to have Grealish back, I'd rather have bloody Gavin McCann back, who used to play for us about 20 years ago, because Grealish is not part of this club now. And I said, as far as I'm concerned, he left us first chance. He near enough said, "Yep, I'm gone, bye." And the emotional connection with me for Grealish is gone, because that's how it has to be. We had to progress, because he was carrying us at one point, and we had to sort of say, "You're not going to carry us anymore. We're going to do our own thing." And it's took a few years, but yeah, we have to move. You have to move on from players. There's players who might get sold this summer for us that I don't want to see get sold. But if Emery says to our owners, "Look, I want this player, but we're going to have to sell him," and if it makes us better, then yeah, do it. Sorry, it's like, I think the one player who's been linked with a lot of thingy is Matty Cash. Like, he's been linked with the move he sold, but then someone said to me, if we're going to get Matty Cash out of the way, we'll get Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen, because he's got a £35 million release clause in this summer from at first of June.
Get this guy in. 35.
And I just said, yeah, do it. Just do it, because just do it. Like, it is what it is. Matty Cash has been fantastic for us, and I just said it. But is he what Emery wants, or Emery thinks, or we need to be a bit better? Yeah, do it. Just I have absolute faith in him that he will make right decisions. So as far as I'm concerned, you've got to, if you Longstaff, Almiron, they've done well for you. Almiron the other season was absolutely fantastic. He's kind of dripped off a bit. I think I generally thought he was going to be gone in January. I thought he was going to come, but the thing is, if you get the right thing, if you get the right offer, just take it and run.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
100%, man, 100%. I need a rebuild in the summer. Get a rebuild up. That's what we need. Do you know what I mean? Get rid of players like Miggy, 36, Murphy as a squad player. If not, and he goes to another club, I wish him all the best. Hayden, Henrik, Target if someone foolish enough to offer 100 mil, right? We need to get rid of about 7 or 8 players. Ryan Fierce as well. How much did Newcastle pay for buying for Ashworth? I'm not sure, John. I think it's a few million, mate. Big up to Emma, by the way. Hope you're well from Ashington. And Posh William Pound team finished 3 points above Newcastle B team. Facts. It kind of makes sense that Dan not giving Joel Linton a new contract. It's kind of makes sense that Dan not giving Joel. He signed this new contract, Kishan, mate, about a month ago on a new 4-year deal. And I think option as well. So he's definitely signed this new deal, mate. 5 mil, wasn't it? Yeah, might have been 5 million. Thank you for that. Big up to Ferdinand. Nearly missed you there, my guy. And hopefully, I hope Ashworth never gets another job at the Prem if the Man U job falls through. Fat. You know what I mean? It should be resting for the next 3 years, whatever it may be. Great biz if you get 20 mil. Absolutely. 20 mil or you make him suffer. Ashworth's a cabbage. I can't believe Ronald. Absolutely right. No, he's not for Newcastle fans TV. Big up to Ron, by the way. Played well today. Yes, we did. We won on penalties today. So big up to Newcastle. And they scored all our pens. Isaac's on the score sheet again. Rumours are we can get 2-3 transfers. Looking at Georgian goalkeeper. Yes, absolutely. Kishan. Lloyd Kelly and the other one, I believe.
Toasted, weren't it?
And Toasted, Adara, yeah, from Fulham.
Yeah. Sorry, John. That Georgian goalkeeper. No, I've watched him. Is that Dishriashvili or something from Valencia?
Yeah, Madishvili. Yeah.
That guy is Scott Carson 2.0. He can't catch a cold. I swear to God. I heard the rumor and I thought, no, it's not who I think it is. And I tell you what, I've watched a load of Spanish football, and I just went, no. I mean, if you get him for a good price, then okay, fair enough. But that was on about 25, 30 million. Oh no. But yeah, oh God, I think that's a bit. I think. Do you know what? Do you know what? And I'll throw it out there. Ramsdale, 20 million. He'll go. Arsenal will sell him. They won't keep. He's going to end up getting wound up with being on the bench, and I just think, he's not going to be number one with David Raya around. I'd go for Ramsdale.
Fair enough.
That's what I'd do.
I mean, this is the thing is, I've seen some clips of this guy. He's a great shot stopper. My God, he's quick for a big lad. Plays ball out as well. But if you say you kind of catch a cord, that is a worry. That's an absolute worry, yeah? If you look at football, I love Italian football. You're a La Liga guy. Do you know what I mean? We could have done like a report on him as well. But we do it another time. Sean Duran won't be staying. He wants to be a regular somewhere. And I think he's ready, to be fair. Lovely left foot. Foxy is a South American football expert. And Juan Duran, that guy looks really good.
He's got potential to be exceptional. The problem is, and I've already heard a lot of stuff about him, how his attitude is horrendous. The day before the day of the Olympiacos game, I think, was it the Olympiacos or it was the Olympiacos game or the Lille game, and he crashed his car in the city centre. And wow. I don't know the ins and outs of it. So there's a photo of him in his Villa tracksuit with the car absolutely smashed up. And apparently 2 witnesses at a bus stop said that he actually ducked when he crashed. So he actually wasn't looking where he was driving. He was looking down. Do you know what? Yeah, is he ready to be a starter? No. He's not. I've watched him so many times. He's not ready to be a star for Villa. And I'm not being funny. If we've got Ollie Watkins, who's put in 20 league goals a season, sorry, he's not starting. And he won't start for Chelsea because Nicholas Jackson's better than him, in my opinion.
Is he on loan? Is this guy on loan?
No, we bought him in January last year. I think he was I think he was Emery's first signing for us. I think.
Wow, I tell you, he needs to sort his attitude out then. Otherwise, you're not.
He's got great protect. I mean, his left foot is an absolute rocket. But I said he's going to go either two ways. He's going to end up being absolutely world class, or he's going to end up like Mario Balotelli. That is how he's going to be. And I know his agent's been talking to a radio about him potentially moving on. He's one out the door. Emery kicks him to touch, kick him out, get some money, rip Chelsea off for him, because Chelsea will pay stupid money for him as well. So I'd just get the money back, and I'd literally go to Lille, go for Jonathan David in the French league, and I'd take him all day.
Yeah.
So that's one player I kind of think. Yeah, I think he's just gonna. I think the longer he's at Villa, the more he's gonna kick off and start being a bit of a problem. So, yeah.
That ain't good. That is not good at all for me. I mean, there's another player I think he's going to last at United and a couple of years, Garnacho, right? That guy, right? I'm not being funny. I know people's raving about this guy. I don't think he's that good. Garnacho, yeah. Give him 2-3 seasons, right? And he'd be in the Spanish league, yeah, playing not for the big Spanish clubs. He'd be playing for clubs like probably like Cadiz, Osasuna, Elche, yeah. He'll play for those clubs, yeah. He don't play for a big Spanish club, yeah. That's why Atletico Madrid got rid, yeah. His attitude is so wrong, yeah. I do not rate this guy at all one iota. I really don't. He is not good at all. Do you know what I mean? His attitude is wrong, and I think Duran is going to be exactly the same. Yeah. I don't rate this guy. Do you rate this guy, Garnacho? United?
Is that the? No, I don't rate any of their forward line, John. I can't rate Garnacho. I can't rate Rashford. I can't rate Anthony. I can't rate
Haaland's best of the bunch. I like Haaland.
He's the best of a bad bunch, but I absolutely detest his arrogance. And I think for someone to kind of, so what really, I watched your game against them last week, and he scored, and he goes to the Newcastle fans like shush. I went like, I thought, there's no like, there's been comparisons to Haaland and him. I went, no, Haaland scored 29 goals this season, 27 in the Premier League. Haaland's got 9.
Yeah,
and all he got 9 for Atalanta last season, and he got 9 in the season before for Copenhagen. I said, so, how many goals did he get next season? Probably 9, I'd say. So again, but Rashford again, another one, abysmal. Needs to leave United. Needs to go as soon as. He needs to get out of there.
Yeah, fact, absolute fact. Go for the comments as well. Please get in commenting. I do smash the likes as well, please, guys. And like I said, become a member is only 99p. So do consider becoming a member for just 99p. Chelsea's just like the manager. Poch says good start for them. Do they know Steve Bruce is available? There you go. Alan's why not merchant. He'd probably say Steve Bruce Man U soon if Unai loses his job as well. But Mashvili used to be 20 mil about close. It's more than 60 mil deep. No, it isn't. We aren't gonna pay for that much for a goalkeeper as well. There's rumours of Grealish going back to the Villa. That's interesting. Very interesting. Ashworth is not loyal to anyone. I give this guy 2 years at United. Let's be real. And big up to Emma. And Emma, thanks for your support today about one of those trolls as well. I appreciate that. From Bristol, big up Geordie boys. She loves Bruno. She also has Bruno in the middle. God bless her. Big up to Alan again. I think anyway, like Ramsdale and Juan Duran is a bit crazy. Bit Tino Spilo type. He's a big lad as well. He 6'2"?
Yeah, big. He's a big lad. He's not got the kind of big physical frame. Like he's not. Like when you see him take his top off, he doesn't look like I don't say he looks like a footballer, but he's got quite that. He is strong, but when you look at his frame, you kind of think he's not. So, but yeah, he's a big lad. But like you said, he could be. He could do something absolutely fantastic. The thing is, when he plays for us, we always have all the Villa fans kind of say he's either going to do one or two things. He's either going to do something absolutely fantastic, or he's going to get booked for a crazy tackle. That's what he's like. We don't know what he's like. He's hot and cold with us. So. Steve Bruce to Man United or Chelsea. God, oh, that'd be fun.
I tell you what. If he's 6'1", by the way, John Duran, 6'1", by the way, just checked. But going back to that Steve Bruce to United, I tell you what, they'd be finished. They'd be finished if Steve Bruce goes there. Absolutely finished. I tell you what, though, that Garnacho will do well. Given it that you keep Jacob, he gives more to the team of personality. I think he's got better football playing than Mig. That's the Chalky. Yeah, like Chalky. You big up the Chalky up for you. Well, would Phyllis or John McGinn I doubt it very much. And tell him sort of self or Ajare now Justino, Italian to get in the bin. And does for the one target back.
No, you keep him, Kishan. And we're not selling McGinn here. Absolutely no chance. No, you can keep. I didn't. Do you know what? I just thought then, but I didn't know Target was still there. Is he injured or something, or is he just that bad?
No, he's out. He's out for the season. He's got a long-term injury. Like, do you know what I mean? That guy cost us 50 mil, a 4-year contract as well, and then it's hardly seen. It's hardly ever seen. When he does play, when he behaves himself, right, he's a good player. But when he came on loan, he was brilliant. He was fantastic. But the following season, his performance has been absolutely shocking. Seriously, man. And I tell you what, he needs to fix up real quick when he's better. Because I tell you, I mean, I'll back this guy, but if he's going to mess about, get him in the bin, man. And I give him 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 for Garnacho. I tell you what, I'll probably give him a 3. Maybe it's a 3 is a good. Agreed, Chelsea is a bad move, very top prospect. Napoli suits Juan Duran. More once they start Osimhen, he'll do well this. You know what? So I love Serie A. I love to see this guy in Italy. I think he'd do really well for them. Have you seen the ref and the after Sunday matches? Leeds for Southampton. It's the shittest ref in the Prem. I tell you what, good luck to you, my guy. Good luck to you, Trevor. I hope you make it. I hope you bloody make it, yeah? Budak in the middle, he's at the back. And Botman at the back, eyes in the attack, and we got it slightly wrong. But thank you anyway. Thank you very much indeed for that. Please make sure you hit the like. Thank you, Mama. She is absolutely fantastic. You always watch me back. I get that as well. So the fact of the matter is, right, I mean, I'll look at the players we've got, right? I mean, Sean Longstaff, right? I mean, or 36, I'll call him. Do you rate Sean Longstaff? Would you take him at Aston Villa?
No. No. Well, to be fair, he could probably work in the Villa shop. He's a good player. Do you know what? He gets stuck in, and I said you kind of need players like that sometimes. But I said if you want to be up there, you need the players with that kind of work rate, the quality, and But I think he's got. I don't think he's a bad player. I think he's a good player. I think if you got a good bid for him, I think you'd probably say yeah. But I think the thing is, you need a squad. I said every team needs a squad. We needed a squad. We were probably effectively playing a season with 17 fit players. The rest of them are all crocked and not good enough. But it's like with like Ramsey. It's all rumours saying we might sell him to get for financial fair play, pure profit because he's an academy player. And I said no, because I want to see Ramsey in the Champions League for Villa. There's nothing more better seeing one of your local lad, a Villa fan, go play for Villa in the Champions League. It's like with Grealish. Grealish has missed out on that now. Yeah, and he'll be gutted. He's probably sitting there, and he's probably sitting there thinking that could have been me leading Villa out next season in the Champions League. But it's not. It's John McGinn. It's Jacob Ramsey, and it's. I wouldn't sell Ramsey, not for 50 million. I don't care how much money. I said no, because I want to keep those. Because Unai Emery loves Ramsey, but he broke his foot in the under-21 Euros last summer, and it just doesn't look like it's properly healed. He comes back for a couple of games, and he's out again, and then it's just kind of one of them where rest in the summer. Let's see what he's like next season, because I think next season we keep players fit. I think it will be. I'm hoping it will be a similar season, hopefully, or better season. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on that. And let's go into the comments as well. Make sure you hit the likes. Thank you, Mama. I really appreciate that. If you do, you take £6 off the Villa. Well, that'll be tough for Leeds. Anyway, I think Emery's teams is tough. I think full fit Newcastle or fully fit Newcastle, so I can challenge the top 4. I tell you what, Kish, I think we're gonna, if we spend well, I think we're gonna come close. Hopefully, yeah. If we can defend properly, we'll be fine. Alongside 8 out of 10. Emma, you mad? 8 out of 10? Really? Emma, I like you, man. But 8 out of 10 for 36. Nah. I think you got right. Probably 8 out of 10 for 9 out of 10 for 8 out of 10. 8 plus 2 for Anthony Gordon, by the way. The Villa fans did warn us about Target and said they weren't kidding. Once we signed him, it seems that they weren't neither. And big up to Trevor. You know what? It'd be a good fit to Villa as Job Bellingham from Sunderland, not from Sunderland. He could do well. John gives you 10 out of 10. Thank you, And so White against Tottenham. It looks promising. Looks Manning, Anderson. That's Kishan. Do you know what it is, right? I mean, we've got plenty of midfielders now. We've got too many midfielders, and that's the thing. That is, as long as he's going to Canada, yeah. Top 3 next season. Cup double, Carabao Cup, and the Conference League. Do you know what? It's Poland for the final next season. Get Conference League, it'll be the final in Poland there. And question for Joe, big up the Foxy, by the way. Thoughts on the prospects coming through? Kellerman, Kato Young, come on, is that I'll just call
him Timmy because I don't have to.
Yeah,
I'll just call him Timmy. I do because I'm no good at Kellerman. Kellerman's a very, very promising part of the team. That him, Caden Young, very, very good. Kellerman was part of the team that just won the Birmingham Senior Cup with Villa last week. So exceptional. Caden Young again played pre-season, played in the Hibs game, I think, in the playoff of the Conference League. Looked good. Kessler Hayden. He's been out on loan a few times. He's come back to us. He's played a couple of cameos this back end of this season. Whether he's going to be with us or moved on, I don't know. But Tim Ibro-Grom or Timmy looks good. He does. I think he'll. It's good. We've got a striker called Rory Wilson from Scotland. We got him from Rangers. It's probably one of the best things Stephen Gerrard did while he was with us. Was signing him. And 18 years old. I think he's been with us for 3 years, and I think he's whacked in 70 goals or something. And it's just kind of my thing. Is it time for us to give him a chance in the first team? 18 years old, and I'd say give him a go. Why not? Yeah. Why do we have to potentially spend 40 million on a striker when we've got one in the youth who's banging them in? So youth academy looks good. They do well. There's some academies there which can't be touched. I mean, Spurs' academy and Chelsea's academy. Chelsea's probably the best one because they got done for like copying players when they were young, like 15, 16 years old. But it's worked for them because they are showing how good they are. But it's an interesting time for some of the youngsters, especially for next season. If they could they can step up. So
cool. Yeah, stuff.
But
thank you for that one. Thanks to Foxy as well. Do you think Southgate take Gordon or drop him 30 feet? He's got to play, Trevor. He will be on the plane. Let's be real. Do Villa have a buyback clause on Jaden Philogene? He's been brilliant for Hull. I heard rave reviews about this guy in the Championship. He is really, really good.
Yes, we had a buyback if they went up. So it's I don't know. We've had buyback clauses on players recently, which is a bit weird because we've had one on him one on Philogene if Hull went up, but we had one. We've got one on Cameron Archer if Sheffield United went down. So we've now got Cameron Archer back from Sheffield United permanently again. So whether he gets another go or we sell him again, I don't know. But yeah, we had I've watched him for Hull a few times. Well, not a few times, quite a bit, and he's done really well. He looks very good. I'll be surprised if he's there next season. I would be surprised if he's in the Premier League next season. Maybe going to like a Forest or a Brighton or what, depending on obviously who comes in at Brighton. But he's definitely a player to be wary of.
Yeah, cool stuff. And Emma, Emma, I don't know what's happened to you tonight, pet. I don't know what you've been up to, but 7 out of 10 for Gordon. He's our player of the season. He's our player of the season, man. You give him 7 out of 10. Wow. It's your opinion. We're gonna do the end of season player ratings soon, right? And he will not be getting a 7 out of 10. He's been the best player for the tune. And yes, go on Atalanta. You know what I mean? And Lukman as well. I mean, look, I love Italian football. I hope Atalanta does it for Gasperini, because I tell you what, he's been at the club for 8 seasons, and I tell you what, he has done a fantastic job with Ladea. If you don't know where Atalanta is, it's based in Bergamo, northern Italy, around 50 minutes away from Milan. So if you want to go to Bergamo, it's a fantastic city. I suggest you go up there as well. It's a beautiful city. Markets amazing there. Which striker should Newcastle United go for? For me, I'll go for Milik for Juventus. You know what I mean? He's 30. He still scores, yeah? And I think he'd do a fantastic job. He'd not be a number one under Vlahovic, yeah? He's second thoughts on he's second fiddle to Vlahovic, yeah? And I tell you what, if he came to the Premier League, I think this guy would be brilliant, even at 30 years old. He's got a bad boy goal the other day against Bologna. A bad boy goal from a free kick from 30 yards. Bosh! And that's all good for Milik. Joe, what's your thoughts on Palace? I think you mentioned it earlier on. For those who don't know, they have been fantastic.
Yeah.
No, Trevor.
Yeah, they've been. Like I said earlier, yeah, very exceptional. If they can, I would say build. I would say I don't think they need to buy a lot, because they've got Dean Henderson, goalkeeper, Anderson, Gahey, Tyrick Mitchell. They got Wharton, who's been absolutely exceptional for them since he joined them. Okay. You got Jefferson Lerma. They got Elise, Eze, Mateta. They got players on the bench. They don't need to buy a lot. I don't think they probably only need a couple, but the most important thing is holding on to Elise and Eze. That's the test, because whether Palace like it or not, players want to move up in football. They don't want to be playing, and it's no disrespect to Palace, it's no disrespect to us all, but if they come up to, if Villa offer 40 million and Palace say no, they'll go to Palace, no, accept it, we want to move, I want to play at Villa Park, I want to play in the Champions League. Whether we would, I don't know, but I'd love one of them. We wouldn't have both of them. I'd love one of any of them, but exceptional. If Mateta keeps up the way he's going, he'll be on the radar of strikers, because he is an absolute bulldozer. He just reminds me. He just reminds me a bit of John Carew, Emil Heskey. Really gets stuck in, doesn't bother. Loves to chase things down, just causes chaos. And I mean, he scored a hat-trick against us. He absolutely terrored us. But they'll do well. I think as long as they keep Glasner, because I know Bayern Munich run about sniffing around and whatnot, but I'll keep him, and I think they'll be good. I think they'll really come good next season. I really do. I don't think they'll be top 6, top 7, but if they stay in the top half, which they're more than capable. They're more than capable of finishing 7th or 6th, because but they've got to have one of those, I won't say lucky seasons, but they've got to have a season where there's no injuries.
Yeah.
And everything's just got to go right for them. But yeah, very good, exceptional.
Yeah, absolutely right. You're just absolutely right, man. And I just think as well that if they keep on to them, sort of thing, it'd be a big sign. It'd be a big signing as well. And I think Glasner's going to do bits for Palace. I mean, if he does well, he gets in top 10, and beyond that, I don't think Glasner will be there for season beyond that, because I truly believe he's going to do better and better and better. And big up to Glasner, by the way. This guy is brilliant. He really, really is. And let's go on to some more comments. Joe gives you 7 out of 10. Big up and well said. That's from Emma. At least they to replace me in the tune. You know what, Alan? I hope that is the case, mate. But Joe, have you noticed when Palace all players to United, their football went down like Van Bissaka, one of them? Oh my God. And Palace also producing top youth players as well. Excuse me. They have this kid coming through called Gabriel Smith-Phillips. Imagine if we Prem team were trying to take him on a cheap. You know what it is, right? Croydon is a catchment area for football, right? Croydon. absolutely amazing there. Do you know what I mean? And I'll tell you what, the way they pick up the players from there is absolutely outstanding. Do you know what I mean? Croydon's the catchment area for football, especially for the Palace, yeah. And you know what? I nearly went to Palace season before with juniors each year. I could have had this ticket, but couldn't go because I was to work. It is what it is. And then Colton as well. Man, you fans think at least it's going there. I don't think he will be, Colton. He will not. Because at the minute, they don't know who the manager is going to be, number one. Two, whoever goes there has got a big job in their hands. It's going to be a transitional season as well. I think Newcastle's going to do well next season. I really, really do. So it is what it is. We're going to wrap up the show soon. But, yeah, so I was going to say as well, I mean, yes, Unai signed a new deal up until 2026, 27, I believe. And that's good news for your club, mate.
Yeah, fantastic. That was obviously a bit of a. We wanted to just get it done because it's, you know, he's changed the mentality of the club. He's changed the mentality of the fans. I mean, we still get some supporters who think like we know we should be doing better. Like we haven't got a right to be like doing what. I mean, if someone said to me, start of this season, or you finish fourth, get to a Conference League semi-final, I'd have probably laughed and said nah. But he's done exceptionally well. I hope he's here for as long as possible. I don't think my only problem is that if we don't do what we did this season, next season, fans will turn, and we've probably got, you know, that'd been horrible. We've probably got the most fickle fan base on the planet. I've known. I still, I mean, when I go to games, I still see. You know, when we was 3-3 against Liverpool, last home game of the season, we got the equaliser.
Yeah.
And there was people behind me saying, not good enough, we shouldn't be winning this. And I'm like, are you like for real? Like, I've never it's just, so, you know, it's just madness, some of the fans, but I'm hoping that we stick with it. If we finish 7th or 6th next season or 5th, you know, who cares? Like, just crack on. Like, you know, it's still brilliant. It's still better than, you know, 6 years ago when we was rotting in the Championship on the verge of being broke. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, like, let's just enjoy it while we've got it, because it's going to be a roller coaster of a season next season. But, you know, we've got to enjoy it, and that's what I'll be doing next. I'll enjoy it. I don't care. You know, we could lose every game, John, in the Champions League. I couldn't care. I was in it. I was there. I've watched us play in the Champions League. I said, you know, when I used to watch it on ITV when I was a kid, you know, everyone's dream was, oh, I'd love Villa to be there one day. But obviously, he's only just come round now, and I'm 32 years old. But I said, I don't care. I want it. I want, you know, you guys had it last season. Dortmund, PSG, AC Milan. You know, if someone said to me, that's your group, Joe, I'll take it. You know, PSG, Borussia Dortmund, AC Milan. I mean, Dortmund could win the Champions League next weekend. They could be the winners of it. You know, I said, and I generally think they might win it, but we'll see. But I'm over the moon with him signing a new contract. He's exceptional, and hopefully more years to come.
I hope you do well. I wish you all the best in the future for the Champions League as well. But don't get cheated, but do not get cheated. Southgate should be trying to get at least a change from France to England. I think he's committed to France anyway, Foxy, to be fair. Wish you all the best in Champions League. Jonathan Corton, thank you for that, Corton. Big up to Yeti. Big up to Yeti and Jez as well. Do follow Longhead Yeti's Kiev podcast as well. Do that. That'd be amazing. And do that, and he'd be over the moon as well. Love the guy. He speaks sense. He says it how it is, and he does suffer fools gladly as well. And I do watch their content as well with Jez on a watch along, whoever they're playing against as well. And let's go on to likes and subs, guys. Thank you very much indeed. Smash the subscribe button as well. The link is going to be in a minute. Peter Rivers, class, Big Pete. He was indeed. Great bands, John and Joe. Thank you very much indeed, Al. I really appreciate that. And there is Yeti's channel, so do subscribe to his channel, please. That will be awesome. And you know what, he speaks sense, he's funny, he's fun, and they just love talk football. Yeti and Jez are the real deal as well. And Emma, no, it's not an 8 out of 10. It's not. I'm going to do the player ratings, season player ratings, man. And he ain't getting an 8 from us. He's not getting an 8. Is she wanting us up tonight? Bless her. Bless her. She's trying to be the new Alan. What she's probably saying next, Steve Bruce to manage Newcastle. Big up to Ross as well. Big up to Ross. Big Guna. Hope you're well. And he's gutted and not win a title this season again. But we just got to keep at it. Thanks, Mama, and hi as well. Big up as well. And at least hasn't played for the 4 national team for France. He'll still be able to play for England, Algeria, and Nigeria. He's 22 now. He won't wait forever. Yeah, I think I can agree with that, Foxy. But we'll see what happens. But I think France's first choice. But I forgot that he can change his mind as well. Emma must be drunk. Not saying anything. Chelsea, no big manager will go there. And Man U is so toxic, and you wonder why everyone's laughing at them. Fat.
John, just a quick one. Just regarding the Chelsea manager situation. Apparently, Chelsea want to speak to the Leicester City manager, Maresca.
Wow. And you know what? I've got Chris coming on tomorrow. Leicester Till I Die podcast coming on with channel tomorrow.
Yeah.
Perfect time to get in. He'll be sharing the stream as well. I'm going to get him on as well. And so I tell you what, though, he needs to be careful, man. If I was Enzo Maresca, he should stay at Leicester. Stay at Leicester, get him mid-table, and just be happy. You do not want to take that Chelsea job. If not, go out and talk to Pep. Talk to Pep, and he'll tell you where to go. Do you know what I mean? But thank you for that question. And trip 6 out of 10. I don't think he had a good season to be there, Kieran Trippier, at all. The next Chelsea manager will be sacked next year. That's in Kitchen. Do you know what? If the offers a Chelsea job, I wouldn't even take it. I would not even take it, people. I would not. But on that bombshell, we're going to wrap up the show there. And I know it's over an hour as well. And I know you're a busy guy, Joe. I appreciate that for coming on. You know what I mean? It's been a while. And so first off, did you enjoy coming on, man?
What was that? Sorry, mate.
Did you enjoy coming on tonight?
Yeah, brilliant, mate. Yeah, fantastic. It's always good seeing you and everything. So, it's brilliant, mate. Fantastic. I'm happy to come on and everything. I'll go. So, it's all good.
I might get you back on the game where we beat you 5-1 again.
I won't be going on there, mate, if that's the fact.
Go back. Type in Newcastle 5 Villa 1, right? And type in Joe's link title as well and watch that video. He was crying that day. I made him cry. I made him absolutely tight there. Sorry, Joe. I really am sorry. And see you, John. Thanks, Corton. I really appreciate that, mate. You take care, my guy. Wishes is drunk. John, you're so funny, one legend. Thank you, so if you do, yes, Atalanta 2-1. Come on. Get that title back to Italy. Get that title back to Italy. And do follow Joe, Joe AVFC 92. The link is in the title as well. Do get involved on Twitter. He is funny. He's a great guy as well. And yes, 2-0 it is. And there you go. So Bayern Leverkusen may not do the clean sweep this season. Because you know why? Because that Europa League is going to Atlanta. Atlanta being in the Champions League as well. Bosh. And Joe, do you know Billy the Villa fan from the 12th Man?
Oh no, I don't. I've heard about him. I don't properly know him. I don't know a lot of. We've got a couple of groups of Villa fans around the ground, and I kind of don't. I would say I interact with them. I don't really kind of speak to them or interact. But I know who you're on about. Yeah, I know. I don't know him though. So no, I don't, Alan.
Fair dues. And 7 out of 10 for Wilson. We are going to do the player ratings as well. And end season player ratings, right? Whether that be a live or recorded, we don't know. We'll find out on that as well. And big up the Villa fan from a fella star owner, and I say Yeti, top guy. you got to love the Yeti, because you know what? I love that guy. I've been on the show one Saturday at Newcastle, and I took over a show and for about 15 minutes, and they thought it was brilliant. Do you know what I mean? But anything to help, like Yeti, will come and be channel one day, mate. Come on for a Forest chat or football chat. That'd be amazing. I'll get Jess as well. And I'll let you drink at not had drink alcohol for a while, like, good on you, Emma, because I haven't drank alcohol for 38 years. And on that bombshell, we're going to wrap up the show, and I'm going to watch the rest of the game. And oh Lord, ooh, that's one of my floppy as well. And so I'll be back tomorrow for another football chat with Chris, Leicester to Our Die podcast. Do check out as well. Do smash a like as well. I've always set up as well. He is going to share the channel as well. So Leicester City fans are going to come on as well. So got one here with Unai, and also got Yeti. Yeah, Shorter Johnson on that. Do you know what, mate? We work it out, Yeti. We get you on there, right? We give a football chat. You say it how it is, and that's what we love about you. And you got to talk. Everyone talks absolute facts on this channel as well, and because we work for one another. And thank you, Emma. Thank you, Mama Flossie, for coming on some mod. I appreciate that. Share the love as well. Do follow Mama Flossie on Insta, and then she'll be happy to follow you guys back as well. So if you like what you watch, whatever you decide to do, have a fantastic evening as well. Like, subscribe, and as always, big up everybody. Are we the lads?